It's nice for kids that are working so hard on the floor. So taking a look at these two teams, Robin, their records are fairly close in the conference, 1-3 for the Argos, 0-4, but the MSU Northern Lady Skylights. But right now, the quality play on the floor right now certainly should favor the Lady Argonauts.
I would sure think so. It looks, they're a bunch of young girls, actually. Both teams have freshmen and sophomores making up the majority of the starting five here. We do have one senior, Gochi Oslin, for the Skylights, but it should be quite a dogfight, and I'm looking forward to it.
When you talk about that senior leadership on the other side of the floor, we do have Tristan Murphy. Tristan Murphy has been playing injured the entire season. She's got some problems where her feet swell and then she loses feeling in it. And I don't know if you've ever tried to run with numb feet. Not a fun thing to do, so they really have to monitor her minutes. And she's pretty vile underneath the basket, coming at 6'1". She's a lot to handle down there.
Yeah, hopefully they're getting that under control for her. I feel bad for any of these young ladies or having any of these problems. That usually comes with something my age, Randy, not these young girls.
Yeah, we're not even going to talk about that. Yeah, it's just the way it is as we get a little bit older here. The one that we're really missing the most, and she's sitting back home in Washington listening, and our thoughts and prayers and love is to her, Jenna Randich back there, a big part of this team. The gals were able to pull it together and pull out the victory in her honor the other night. But Jen will be back here into school, my understanding, here in a couple weeks, and it'll be nice to see her on the sideline. Unfortunately, she's going to be sitting over there in street clothes.
Yeah, that is a shame. She was quite a talent offensively, and I also had the coach say, too, that she was quite the defender, too, so the team really will miss her.
Absolutely, one of those things. And Kirsten Pemberton, a Belt girl that, of course, play in the same conference that used to coach in out of Cascade there. The kids that come out of Jeff Graham's program out there are fantastic, and Kirsten is another one that has really stepped up and filled out that role very well.
That little stinker gave us a headache many a times when I was coaching at Cascade. She can shoot the eyes out of it. He has a great program out there.
Yeah, her sister's doing the same thing for Roger now, so it'll be nice to be able to watch from this side of the circle, so to speak. So
yes.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of good matchups here tonight, and of course we'll talk about all of them as we go through here. MSU, the Lady Skylights there, they got a couple of sisters, Jada Nicholson and Haley Nicholson, that are a lot of fun to watch. Of course, Haley, she played a little time over at the University of Montana, and so it'll be nice to see her on the floor.
Yeah, that will be a nice combination for those two sisters.
And of course, talking about that, you've also got right out of Fairfield here, Alex Goldhahn comes in. Alex, just a 5'8" freshman, but it's kind of neat to have some local talent coming in.
Definitely so, and I had some inside scoop on the two girls from the Northern Skylights, too, Peyton Kerr and Sydney Hovde. They actually went to daycare together. They've been playing a long time.
Wonderful. Okay, Coach, you're up over here. We got a good one going on here tonight. This is one of those cross-town rivals that they're 100 miles away, but it's one that you really want to get after early.
Yeah, we got to jump all over them early. Right now they are, they're feeling pretty good about themselves against their performance against LC. I thought they played really good in that game. We got to come out with some energy and effort right away, take care of the basketball and compete. This is a good team. You can't be fooled by their record.
One of the things that I think we can do at Northern is run with them. Is that something you plan on pushing the ball, or are you going to try to develop?
Yeah, we're going to push the ball when it's appropriate. Our girls will get out. We got to make sure we rebound to be able to do that. We want to hold them to one shot and then go. I'm sure they'll send 2 or 3 people back and try and slow us down. So we're not going to force it. If it's there, we'll take it. If not, we'll run our offense and make sure we put it inside and let Parker and our post go to work.
And I was going to say, I think you do have an advantage with Parker there, so talk about some of the things you're going to try to get her open.
We got a couple sets we're going to run for tonight to get her some looks in the post. I think our girls are ready. We worked on feeding the post all week, so the big thing is take care of the basketball, reverse it. If we can do that and get it inside, we're going to play inside out, hopefully.
So last question, what do you do to avoid a big win hangover over Western on a game like tonight?
We just did our prep work and try to forget about the last game. It doesn't mean anything if we don't win tonight, and Northern's a really good squad, really well coached, so we got to figure out a way, as a team to make sure that we take care of the basketball, and if we do that and get good shots, I hope we'll like the outcome.
All right, well, good luck, Coach. Look forward to visiting with you after the contest.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Bill Himmelberg, and absolutely saying all the right things. That the Skylights come in, they're injured, they've had a tough season, et cetera, but he's not going to overlook them. He knows better.
No, he does know better. He's been in the program long enough, and he's sensible enough to know anybody that walks in the gym is going to be looking for him.
Absolutely. So I'll tell you what, let's take another timeout. It's going to make it a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with our starting lineup and more as you're listening to Argo Basketball on KNX 102.7 FM.
Hotchkiss Seed is your professional seedsmen who know farming. We're excited about 2019. It's a good time of year to give us a call and we can help you make a plan for your farm's specific needs. Looks like spring wheat seed is probably going to be a little bit short this year, but we've got some great varieties for you going in. We're starting to see some early movement on the pulse market, so we'd love to talk with you about that. Give us a call. Hotchkiss Seed, your professional seedsmen who know farming. 466-5553. 466-5553.
Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. Tonight everybody's in the mood for Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. Dine in, take out delivery. We do a little more just to make sure your pizza's hot. We bring the whole oven to your door. Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. We bring the power of Howard's to you. Call Howard's Pizza now.
How much hotter and juicier is McDonald's new 100% fresh beef quarter pounder? Listen. Watch. 100% fresh beef cooked right when you order. The new, hotter, juicier quarter pounder burgers. So good, they'll leave you speechless.
What is that?
A frozen cold brew frappe.
So it's colder than cold brew?
Colder than a drafty igloo.
Colder than my stepson's handshake.
Yeah, I gotta get one of those.
New McCafe cold brew frozen drinks. They're colder than cold brew.
Hi, I'm Parker Esri, and I am a college student at the University of Providence. Growing up, I never gave thought to insurance, auto, life, or even property. I didn't even realize how affordable life insurance can be and how important auto and property insurance is. Speaking of auto insurance, it's a must. I've also learned that if you get basic insurance, you may not be covered if you are hit by an uninsured driver or if your car is damaged by hail or other natural disasters. Now, I'm no expert, but it's time to sit down with someone that can answer all of these questions and more. I would encourage you to call Randy Bogdan at Mountain West Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company in Great Falls and learn about your insurance needs. He is located 1 block west of Riverdale School on Smelter Avenue.
All right, thank you, Parker. Appreciate the endorsement. Absolutely, give me a call. Just not tonight. We're going to be doing a little basketball here, but certainly would love to talk to you tomorrow or the next day. Right now, we're getting ready for a doubleheader, and this should be an absolute good one here. Knockdown, drag-out fight, you might want to say. Throw the records out the door. It's a 100-mile difference between here and Havre, but it is still a crosstown rivalry.
Yeah, we're ready to go on this. We're ready to go, and it looks like everybody's getting lined up, ready for the flag and a prayer.
Everything that we do with both the girls and the guys, and that's a nice tradition that they've started here. Colleges do. They do start with the national anthem and a prayer, so we're going to go ahead and step aside. We are going to do the same thing. So we're going to take a 3-minute timeout. We will come back with our starting lineup and our tip-off as you're listening to Argo Basketball on KNX 102.7 FM.
The Max Sports Bar Casino is the place to be for happy hour from 5 to 8 every night of the week. 5 to 8, now that's a happy hour you can take advantage of. With multiple drink and appetizer specials, you are sure to find something that hits the spot. There's 12 beers on tap, domestic drafts, and well drinks are only $2. Select appetizers are under $4, and as always, 45-cent wings. Come to happy hour at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside Heritage Inn, Great Falls.
AutoSlide is the new solution that automatically opens and closes sliding doors in your home. AutoSlide easily attaches to most existing, yes, your existing sliding door. Perfect for your pets, the elderly, and physically challenged.
I think the AutoSlide is a really good solution for people with mobility issues, and also if they've got pets, it makes it easier for them. They don't have to keep getting up and down to open the door for the dog.
Call or visit Anderson Glass Doors and Windows today and discover the all-new AutoSlide system for yourself.
How much hotter and juicier is McDonald's new 100% fresh beef quarter pounder? Listen. Watch. 100% fresh beef quarter.
stop in at 612 2nd Street South to check out all the promotional items Double G Engraving has to offer.
Great Falls College MSU, where it all begins. Where do you see your future? Can you make a difference and bring passion and energy to a rewarding career? Great Falls College. To learn more, visit gfcmsu.edu or call 268-3700.
And welcome back, basketball fans. Some very talented young ladies sang our national anthem for us out there, and I'll tell you what, they did a wonderful job. That takes a lot of talent.
It takes a lot of talent and a lot of guts, too, getting in front of anybody and make it sound right.
I've often wondered if we're ever going to run into a situation where the motor on the flag quits working and the flag doesn't go back up.
I think we can make it work either way.
So I wonder what their backup plan is. So they're going to go ahead and start out with the Northern Skylights. Why don't you go ahead and kick us off, Robin?
Well, that sounds great. We'll get going here shortly. They're getting ready for their starting lineup. First one out to bat here is number 5. She's a 5'3" senior, Gochi Oslin.
Coming out of Turkey, yeah, 5'3" senior out of Ankara, Turkey.
The second one up to bat here is number 14, a freshman, 5'8", Alex Goldhahn. She's a Fairfield gal.
Just up the road from Great Falls here. We watched her play in several different tournaments.
Number 22 is the third one. It's a junior, 6 foot, Haley Nicholson from Malta.
Second leading scorer with 8 points per game. She also comes in with 4.3 rebounds.
And here's another one, number 24. She is a 5'10" sophomore, Peyton Kerr.
Coming in with 13 points per game.
Okay, and then number 33, 6 foot, sophomore, Sydney Hovde from Columbia Falls.
And you're related to her.
I am. That is my cousin's daughter.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Jenna's checking in out there in Washington. She says, go Argos. That a girl out there. We're going to start it off with the University of Montana Lady Argonauts. And we're going to have to turn that speaker down. I can't even hear. There is a volume on the very top front of that speaker over there. Just turn it down. Yep, on the very top. There you go. Perfect. So kicking us off, Emily Maldonado from Sunnyside, Washington. She is 5'5". She is a sophomore. She'll be starting out in guard position. Helping out with her will be Reed Hazard, coming out of Portland, Oregon. She is 5'10" and a freshman. She'll be our number 2 in the starting lineup. Following her will be the gal that battles underneath the post. Her name is Parker. They call her Esri from Kalama, Washington, 6'1" and a sophomore. She is leading with a double-double, 15.4 and 10.3 rebounds. Stepping up in replacement of Jenna will be Kirsten Pemberton, the shooting guard out of Belt, Montana. She is a 5'5" sophomore. That girl can handle the ball. She can get up and down the floor very, very quickly. And finally, the lone senior in the starting lineup coming out of Stanwood, Washington. She is 6'1", comes in with just under 7 points and over 7 rebounds. Number 43 in the program, Tristan Murphy. As the gals get all lined up out there, we are ready to rock and roll. Game number 1 of 2. I hope you're having a good time back there in Washington or wherever you're listening in. Jen, appreciate you catching up with us here. We're looking forward to seeing you back here in Montana when you come back to school. So it's going to be the Lady Skylights going left to right on the radio dial with the Argos going right to left as the officials getting everything ready. The handshakes, the good lucks, and we're going to take it right down your throat.
They have that look. They have that look to them, don't they? We're ready to get it going here.
So it's going to be Hovde against Esri out in the middle of the floor as the two of them are going to jump this one up, and it's going to be Parker that's going to get the jump. It's going to be Emily Maldonado with the offense. Quickly right down Parker. Esri, strong move to the basket. She's got 2 early.
What a nice feed off that jump ball. She had her heads up, and they were ready to go.
Coach Bill said they wanted to get her into the game very, very early. Obviously, that is exactly what they did. Care where the ball works over the right-hand side. They're trying to feed it down into their post as well. Instead, it's going to be Goldhahn coming out the left-hand side. Had the ball poked away momentarily. Gochi will have it out here. Osleen. She sends it back to the right-hand side into the corner. This time, Nicholson with it. She wants to get underneath. Errant pass. That's going to be the first turnover of the game. We're going to head the other direction.
Very nice man-to-man defense. Lots of pressure. They were fronting the post there, tried to lob it in, and it went out of bounds.
As Emily Maldonado will bring the ball up. It's 2-0 lead here early in this contest on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. You are listening to the Benefits, a game of the week, as the ball sets over the left-hand side. Pemberton, crossover dribble, wants to come to the top. The key goes right. This time it's going to be Reed, sets it into the corner. Maldonado dribbles out, works it up over the top, into the hands of Hazard. Back to the left-hand side. Pemberton squares up. 8 to go on the shot clock. Tried to get down into Parker. She is double. She is triple. Even the refs jumping in there trying to defend her. That's how big of a threat she is.
She is a big threat in there. They had her front backed and sided, if that's a word. They had that zone defense, and they were going to attack her once she got it down low.
As the ball is going to be tied up, we're going to go the other direction with the Gochi will come down on the right-hand side. Her teammates call her G. We're going to call her G. That's just going to be simpler tonight as Goldhahn takes the ball baseline, brings it back out top of the key. Goldhahn into the hands of G. She squares up. Quick dribble to the left, trying to feed it down in the post. They've got their plan too. 8 to go on the shot clock. Deep three-pointer. Left-hand side comes up short. The rebound and the putback. Nice place by Hubdy, doing a nice job on the boards.
Yeah, that was a short shot. She just happened to be in the right place at the right time and was able to finish.
Maldonado comes back with the score all tied up at 2-2 on the Belt Bank scoreboard as Reed will set the left-hand side into the corner. Maldonado pulls up from 10, rattles it off the back rim. No good. Murphy down there trying to battle for it. It's going to be through the hands of Parker for a moment. Might have jammed a finger there. She got a little bit of a grimace on her face.
Yeah, it got twinged a little bit when she's going for that rebound as the ball went out of bounds.
Good to see Hazard without any extra gear on her legs tonight. She twisted that knee, hyperextended it on Friday. Had it taped up pretty good Saturday. She said she's feeling pretty good. Visited with her before the game. They're going to send the ball in the right-hand corner. Kerr gets it down underneath into the hands of Hovde. Little give and go. They gave it, and we're going to go. It's going to be Pemberton quickly on the right-hand side. She wants to kick it back. She will to Maldonado. Emily making the traffic move. Sends it down underneath to Parker. Or excuse me, Tristan. Deep three-pointer by Hazard. That one rattles around. It's good.
Wonderful zone offense there. They went weak side, and then they skipped it over to that lone girl on the baseline.
Reed Hazard dials up early as Molly Schmitz gets off the bench. She is the first person in. Most of the contests that we've seen, she's definitely the sixth man on the team. As they'll set the ball high to Hovde, she tries to feed underneath. She does. Little turnaround underneath for Nicholson. Pulls up. That's short. As Murphy is right there for the rebound. Of course, Nicholson, she spent a little time over at the University of Montana. Her and Sophie Stiles teamed up. A couple of Malta girls. As they're going to bring it over to Reed Hazard. Hit a three from that spot. A minute to go. Deep pass to Parker. Little spin move there. Has the ball poked out. Nice defense by Hovde. Hovde. We're going to come back the other direction.
Yeah, that was nice hands by Humpty to poke that away. We're getting ready to get going again.
G with the ball top the key to Nicholson. Haley, a little give and go underneath. That one's no good. And Emily Maldonado, all 5'5", soaring for that rebound. A little flip pass underneath to Murphy. Not able to handle that one. It ends out of bounds. Molly Schmitz will come in the game for the first time.
That's too bad on that one. She had her, there was a little guard on her, and she had her posted up and ready if that pass had been on the money.
Tristan, 6'1", needed to be about 6'8" on that one, I think, but they'll get that one later. As G brings the ball over the right-hand side, she'll kick it in the hands of Kerr. Peyton wanting to feed underneath, instead brings it back top of the key. They're going to rotate around left, back to the right, and one more spin as they'll send it into the high post. Schmitz doing what she does. She steals that one away. She'll kick it over to Maldonado. Emily on the left elbow, looking to feed it on the right. She does. Kirsten Pemberton down to Schmitz. We're going to have a whistle and a foul, as the first foul of the night is going to go against Northern, and it's going to be against Hovde, as Cindy will pick up the personal. 5-2, Argos up by 3 on the Bell Big scoreboard. 6:28 to go, first quarter action, as they'll set this one into play with a new shot clock. Maldonado with the ball top of the key. As we are at game number 1 of 2, we've got the guys coming up about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Maldonado, back iron, no good. Schmitz with the rebound. We're going to have a foul number 2 on the board, and this one's going to go against Alex Goldhahn. Goldhahn doesn't quite believe it, and neither does Coach Mowat.
He's having some trouble with that too, I think.
You get to talk a little fast, your throat starts to vibrate, and all of a sudden, trust me, I understand. As once again, new shot clock. Maldonado with the ball left elbow, wanting to feed instead. She'll drive top of the key. Emily looks back. Coach Bill gets the call, looking for the screen. Steps in. Has the ball tipped away and effectively stolen as G will come out of the pack. As she wanted to run instead, she'll just set up the half-court offense. Gochi with the ball top of the key. It is a 5-2 Argos lead. 5:52 to go here in this first quarter. Now on the Bell Big scoreboard, looking for the screen. Argos want to split in. Instead, they'll hand it back to G. They reset up top of the key. Nicholson, she stops. She pops. She drops it in. Oh, that was a long 2 as she had her big toe on the line. So that cuts the lead down to 1. 5-4. Argos by 1. Maldonado, spin pass across the lane. Top of the key, back to the right-hand side, into the corner. Kristen Pemberton, she pulls up. That one was, her foot was on the line. But Esri right there for the rebound and the putback. They're going to say that she put a little bit of too much shoulder in that one. Esri will pick up the personal.
She kind of tried to clear out a few of the girls there to make that shot a little better. I have noticed that they're definitely having an advantage with the offensive boards with Northern playing that zone defense. So hopefully that'll work to the Argos' advantage later on too.
Parker clearing a little space. She had 3 girls on her. She needed to clear a little space. Left to G. G wanting to feed it in. Instead feeds the top of the key to Goldhahn. Back to G, where she just puts the ball underneath her arm like a loaf of bread, starts pointing. This is what we're going to do. They'll rotate this one out. Goldhahn sets it up. Deep pass to Hovde underneath. Back to the right-hand side. 3 to go on the shot clock. Needs to drive in with the left. Rattles it around. No good. Good look by Kerr. Not able to do anything with it. Jump ball goes left. And Kennedy Cartwright will come in for the first time tonight.
Nice defense.
And second and fourth Sundays are old-time music. Join in the fun on your fiddle or guitar, or just sit back and enjoy your favorite drink. The Sunday Night Jam at the Celtic Cowboy, where the crack is grand.
Thank you to Wayne and the whole crew down at the Celtic Cowboy. We sure do appreciate all they do. And I'll tell you what, all of our sponsors, without their help, we wouldn't be able to do what we do and bring this basketball to you. 5-4 is the Argos lead. 4:48 to go here in quarter number 1 of the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. Maldonado with the ball top of the key. Pulls the earlobe, goes right. It's going to be Cartwright with it. Wants to step through. She will. Picks up her dribble, quickly kicks it back to Emily. Maldonado this time is going to work the left-hand side. Kind of a man-to-man, almost a zone as they're kind of crashing down in the middle as they're working on the right-hand side. Schmitz, she stops and pops, goes long on that one. Rebound comes down. Nichols both against Molly.
Yeah.
As quick right-hand layup, no good. Parker right there to clean that one up. She'll hand it back to Maldonado, and Emily wants to quickly come up the right-hand side. Cartwright with a little head fake, deep pass down to Schmitz, back to Maldonado. She'll stop and pop for 3. That one's no good. Schmitz just mistimed her jump, almost got another board. Instead, it's going to be the Skylights coming out of the pack. G with the ball, works the right-hand side. This time Nicholson drives in, picks up her dribble, goes right. Handing the ball back to Goldhahn as they'll rotate the ball around. And shot clock down to 14 is very slow-paced, very deliberate half-court set that Northern wants to get into. They don't want to get in the running game because they know the Argos can run.
Yeah, they're very patient on their offense, but it's coming to a fault for them right here.
G drives in. That comes up short. Maldonado with the ball, and she's trying to push. Argos averaging over 71 points a game. The Skylights averaging just 59, and you can definitely see it in their half-court sets. As Maldonado brings it over the top of the key, Esri squares over the basket, drives in with the left hand. Mush, shorter defender, hands it off to Schmitz. One-hand finger roll, that's no good. Ball's going to be tipped around. Right now, rebounding is something both teams are lacking, as it's a one-and-done going both directions.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of second shots going up on either end, Randy. The Argos are really boxing out nicely on their man-to-man.
G with the ball to the right-hand side to Kerr. Kerr squares up, back to G. Everything goes through Gochi, as she is the one running the offense. Here's the deep three-pointer. That's no good. As this time it's Pemberton sailing in there for the easy rebound. Kirsten Pemberton, 5'5" sophomore, coming out of Belt, Montana. She averages 4 points per game as well. She'll send it left, this time to Emily. Down Parker, good position, goes over the left hand. Rattles it around, no good. Schmitz had the rebound for a moment. Had that one knocked out of her hands, not able to save it, and the Skylights want to push.
That was a great pass right into the post.
Deep 3, this one is going to count it, as that one will be the first basket of the game from outside the circle for the Skylights. First at all for Kerr. She's got 3 now. 7-5, Skylights take their first lead of the game as a whole host of players set to come in at this next dead ball as Maldonado will send the ball to the right-hand side to Schmitz. She'll send it right, this time Cartwright. She pulls the trigger, it's good. Kennedy Cartwright says, you can do it, I can do it too. That puts the lead back on the Argos side of the board. It's an 8-7 UP lead, 150 to go here in quarter number 1 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. G with the ball, sends left-hand side, works it through the hands of Kerr. Deep pass underneath. Nice move to the basket. The whistle, the foul, and Cartwright's going to pick up the personal. Now, Molly Schmitz will pick up the personal.
That was a great wing post feed. She just caught it at the high post and then took one dribble, slid down. She has some size on her and some strength too, so that was a little bit too much for the defender.
Columbia Falls, Montana is where she calls home. Sydney is the first name that their folks gave her. 53 out of 70, make that 54 out of 71 on the season, as Ellie Teskey, Reed Hazard, and Tristan Murphy all come back in. And on the other side, we've got Sabin Kao, second free throw, no good, 1 out of 2 from that trip. And we'll see who the other substitution was here in a minute. No, she didn't come in.
No, she's still sitting on by the scorer's table
She
there.
was going to come in for the shooters. So Maldonado with the ball, deep pass to Murphy, high post into the corner. It's going to be Teskey with a step back 15. Count it. It's good. Teskey for 2.
Teskey was hanging out in that impossible zone, short corner there, and they just fed her just perfectly.
Nice step back shot for her as quickly comes down the other side. It's going to be Nicholson with the ball. Sets it up into the high post to the corner into Kerr. Kerr needs to get moving. She does. She'll set it back top of the key. Gochi with the ball. That is G if you want to know her shorter version of her name. Simply up to the left. Nicholson drives in. Nice crossover. Right hand layup. It's up. It's good.
Argos have extended their defense out, a little more pressure, and it failed on them that time. They were able to drive to the basket. The Skylights were.
Tied up for the second time, and they're going to call the travel, and that's going to be an opportunity for Tierra Gillum to come in, as well as, I missed the other girl. It's going to be
We got number 1 for the.
Jessica Curl, 21. She's the other one that just came in. So.
And the Argos just had Marka Heron come in too.
Marka Heron, yeah, Marka Heron from Havers on the floor. State champion Haver Blue Ponies from last year. As Gillum will hold the ball out, sends it up the right-hand side. All tied at 10, all quarter number 1. A little step in, step out. This time they're going to roll around from 5. That one goes 6. Rebound comes down in the hands of Northern. And the jump ball is Heron is going to get tied up with Kerr. Arrow points left, so it'll go back to the University of Providence.
That was a nice shake and bake little Sabin KO had there. She's a quick little guard, but the Argos stayed strong and played defense on her.
So they changed their mind. The arrow actually points right, although it looked like it was left, because it was.
Was it my left or your left?
Exactly. We were on the wrong side of it. So it'll go back to the Montana State University Northern. They've got the ball in for a 15-foot floater. That one rattles around, no good. Ball is tipped down. It'll be kicked back to Hazard. She'll kick it over to Aaron Marka. Comes across the timeline. 20 to go on the game clock, 20 to go on the shot clock as the shot clock is turned off as Heron loses the handle. Tight man-to-man defense by G as Marcus sees the clock down to 10. Crossover dribble. A lot of contact down there. Drives, splits 2 defenders, kicks it out. Hazard, double dribble, drives in, loses it off of her knee. Argues the point. I think it's a good call. That came right off of her knee from this angle.
It sure looked like it did. They are actually letting the girls play quite a bit here. The ladies are getting pretty physical, and the refs are letting them do it.
Another substitution coming in for the Skylights. This time it's going to be Petra Sellen on the floor for the first time. As they will send it in. 1.9 seconds to go. They'll be able to take one dribble and shoot, and that's exactly what she does. It'll count if it goes. It don't count. It didn't go. Quarter number 1 is in the books. 10-10 is the score. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back with more as you're listening to Argo Basketball on KNX 102.7 FM.
Fort Benson, where the West was born. With so much history to see, you're going to need a break. Visit the Clubhouse, a delicious local hotspot where all the best games, drinks, and food come together at one comfortable, low-key sports bar. Sit back and enjoy an ice-cold drink. Take a bite out of a Reuben, French dip, or a juicy burger. Just few of the local favorites. Take advantage of 2-for-1 drink specials, happy hour, and lunch specials. Weekdays at the Clubhouse in Fort Benson, where everyone is treated like a local.
AutoSlide is the new solution that automatically opens and closes sliding doors in your home. AutoSlide easily attaches to most existing, yes, your existing sliding door. Perfect for your pets, the elderly, and physically challenged.
I think the AutoSlide is a really good solution for people with mobility issues, and also if they've got pets, it makes it easier for them. They don't have to keep getting up and down to open the door for the dog.
Call or visit Anderson Glass Doors and Windows today and discover the all-new AutoSlide system for yourself.
As we get back to action here on a Tuesday night. That's right, we've got college basketball here on a Tuesday. We will be on the road on Thursday as we are heading down to Butte, down to see Montana Tech. That should be a good contest down there, as there are 5 ranked teams in the Frontier Conference on the ladies' side. Montana Tech and Northern not one of them. The University of Providence comes in as number 13. Be interesting to see what happens with that number after that big win against Western.
No doubt.
Deep pass over the right-hand side, Maldonado to Murphy. Tristan turns around from 5. Count it. It's good.
That was a beautiful rotation from the top to the wing. They went into the high post, and she was wide open.
Nothing but money is what they're going to start calling her, as the ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Hazard, as the Argos have the 12-10 lead, 9:36 to go. Quarter number 2 on the Belt by the Bank scoreboard. Skylights holding their own right now. The ball's going to be held by Kerr. She wants to drive in against Pemberton. Got a little bit of a height advantage there, but Pemberton with those quick feet and quick hands was able to stop her. 6 to go on the shot clock. As that one's going to be stolen away. Gillum just not able to get her fingers on it. Loses control. Maldonado, quick pass to Parker. Parker immediately ran into, boy, I'll tell you, that was very close. Had Gillum been able to set her feet, we might have been going the other way.
Looked like a couple gals going for a loose ball to me, but yeah, they have a better look than I do.
Tiara will pick up the personal on that one there. That's the first team foul here in quarter number 2, as they'll send this one in deep to Maldonado. I wouldn't want to guard Parker. She is just so physical down there. Has such good balance and athleticism.
She does, and she has great hands, too. You get it in her area, and she's going to catch it and put it away.
She comes down quickly, gets the ball from her teammate Tristan, whereas Kirsten, she'll stop and pop from 3, and it's going to be Pemberton dialing that one up for the first points of the second quarter.
Once again, great ball movement inside out and rotate to the top for a wide open shot. I'll be curious to see if Haver's going to be able to come out of that zone at all, Randy.
Kirsten with her big 3 there gives her first points of the game. She's almost got her season average right now. Gillum, a little step back 15-foot floater. That one's no good. Probably should have stepped in another step on that one. Maldonado quickly comes down on the left-hand side, sends it to the top. It's going to be Parker working it over to Kirsten. Another 3 is up. That one comes up short. Good rebounding as it's going to be Murphy almost able to put that one back. Parker not able to control it. It goes out of bounds.
Another nice offensive board by the Lady Argos. Once again, that zone defense it's kind of, they're playing it to a fault a little bit. I'll be curious to see what kind of adjustments are made.
Argos doing a decent job outside the big circle, 32, almost 33% on the season. As that's something later on we'll talk about the guys. The guys have just been on fire from outside there. Spin move by Gillum. Parker right there to shut it down, doing a nice job. Little one-hand floater, thought she was close to the basket. She wasn't. Maldonado comes out with a loose ball. Emily, left-hand side, has a girl open in the corner. She'll get it to her. Hazard, she stops, she pops. Comes up short on that one, and it's going to be Murphy falling for the loose ball rebound and the putback. She's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice offensive board. She followed. Everybody was following the shot on offense. It was great. Easy little layup.
17-10, biggest lead of the game for the University of Providence as they push this one out. 7:37 to go in the second quarter here on the Bell to Make scoreboard as we got some kids starting to file in. Nice turnaround jumper. This one's going to be Jessica Curl, and with that, they're going to take a timeout. Let's do it along with them. It's going to be a 30. So we'll be back. No, let's go ahead and take a full timeout. So we'll be back at 60 as you're listening to Argo Basketball on KNX 102.7 FM.
At Benefice Health System, we know you want to start feeling better now. Benefice has 2 conveniently located walk-in clinics dedicated to taking care of you exactly when you need it, so you can get back to taking care of what's most important to you as soon as possible. Visit our walk-in services at our Northwest Bypass or Benefice East Campus locations. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefice.org.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort? Carrier. Turn to the experts.
For over 30 years of commitment to Carrier, contact A.T. Clemens for a free estimate. 452-9541.
As we get back to action here on a Tuesday night, the Argos had pulled out to a 7-point lead, only to allow the Skylights to put a basket in. So that cuts it down to a 5-point difference. 17-12 is the UP lead right now, 7:31 to go. As we're going to have Schmitz, we're going to have Hazard, we're going to have Maldonado, Parker Esri, and Kirsten Pemberton all on the floor for Coach Himmelberg. As they'll set the ball in, as I was about to talk about earlier, a lot of the high schools have been invited in. We see a lot of the kids coming in now as the stands are starting to fill up. We've had some good crowds, and we sure do enjoy and appreciate that. We'd like to invite you back February 1st. We'll be back here again. We'd love to see the stands full as that in the pass by Reed is going to be kicked off. Little soccer action underneath the basket, so we'll keep it right here with UP.
Yeah, the Skylights have only made 1 3-pointer so far. It looks like the Argos are up at 3 that they've put in, all by different players. So let's see what gets going here.
They'll send this ball into the half-court set. Is it going to be Maldonado top of the key? 10 to go on the shot clock as it's Kirsten Pemberton trying to go baseline. 6 to go. Deep pass to Kirsten. She picks it up, drives in, needs to get rid of it. She just flips this one up as she goes down. I think she was trying to draw iron. Came up short as she started to slip, so they're going to have the turnover on the shot clock violation.
She has a heart of gold, that one. She's not afraid of who or whatever. She's going to drive whatever needs to happen.
She will run into the trees with her eyes closed. I think they got a show on Netflix about something like that. I have not seen it yet, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Deep pass underneath Parker Esri. She'll pick up the personal. Interesting to see how long she stays. Teskey immediately gets up off the bench.
Yeah, Parker's been doing a nice job on Sydney. She has been fronting her, and she got just a little bit high, caught on that, and Sydney was able to make a move to the basket.
As they're set to bring the ball in, they will get it out in the hands of G. She loses it for a moment. I was going to say it was off of her. I was wondering why she wasn't going after it. And Corey Thompson right there with the call. Good call of D. Back to G. Deep pass underneath. They're going to rotate it through Kerr. She turns around. She pops that one in for 10. That's her first basket of the second quarter.
That was a nice looking shot. Just a nice post up, basically, and a wing to a post pass into turnaround jumper.
17-14, Argos up by 3, and the team that controls the tempo is the team that's going to win this game. When the Argos are able to run, they get the big lead, but as soon as Northern starts to slow things down, well, that's when the score starts to get lopsided the other direction. It's going to be Reed. She'll stop. She'll put that one up for 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound comes down. It's G with the ball. She looks like she wants to push, but you know she's going to slow it down and bring everything to a crawl.
They definitely have been coached and taught for this game to keep everything very much under control, not get caught up in that run and gun.
A little 15-foot floater, that's no good. Teskey will tip it to Maldonado. Coach Mowat, very accomplished coach up there. He has won his fair share of games. Maldonado back in the corner. Pimperton, deep pass underneath. Molly sends it right. Reed drives in. Little one-hand floater with the left. That's no good. Rebound's tipped around. Teskey, nice rebound. Hands it back. We've got the whistle. We've got the foul. And Gochi will pick up her first.
I think Gochi was avoiding the basic, just an easy layup for her. I think she bailed her out up there rather than getting an easy 2 points.
Murphy comes back in as well as Cartwright. And of course, if we're going to talk about Clemson, well, we'll do that in a minute here. Ball's going to be tipped around. And that one I thought was off of Northern.
Well, that's why we're sitting back here, I guess, and they have the stripes.
That's exactly right. So we got to say congratulations to North Dakota State University. Big victory over Eastern Washington. North Dakota, that's their 7th national championship. That is a pile in FCS. Deep pass underneath. That one's going to go out of bounds. Oh, nice save. As they'll send this back one, top of the key. Skylights working back over the right-hand side. Nicholson with the ball, drives in. Finds herself open. Kicks underneath. Nice.
It was a nice high-low. They got it to the high post, and they were able to feed Hovde down there. She's a strong post player.
Doing a nice job, as you might say. It's a 1-point game, 17-16. Pimperton squares over the basket, brings it back to left. Cartwright works it over to Maldonado. Emily wants to drive right. She does. Kicks it over the top of the key. This time, Pimperton back to Emily. 8 to go on the shot clock. High post to Murphy. Sends it left. Cartwright, top of the key. Continues to step back. She pulls the trigger on this one just off the mark. Murphy tries to steal that rebound away, but gee, boy, I'll tell you, she is tough down there fighting, and they're going to get the foul on the Argos.
Looks like number 43, doesn't it, Randy?
Tristan it is, yeah. Tristan Murphy will pick up the personal. 2 and 2 on the foul total for each team for the quarter. Nobody in foul trouble. Esri does have 2. She's been on the bench since she picked up that second one. We'll probably see her here shortly. 17-16, Argos up by 1, 3:50 to go, but they are on defense. As Gochi with the ball on the right-hand side. She'll sit it to the right corner, Goldhahn. Alex deep post down, little 18-footer. Off the back iron, but it falls in. Good looking shot there. Haley Nicholson gets her 6th point of the game.
Haley Nicholson and Hovde are starting to work a little bit more of a high-low angle inside out, and it's working for Northern.
Maldonado pointing. You go over here, I'll go over there. Pipperton will hand it right back to Emily. She'll bring it around the post, around the big circle that is. She sets it back up. Squared up with a basket. That's one she can hit. Maybe should have just taken a half a second more, as it's going to be the Skylights with the 1-point lead and the ball. 3:10 to go here in this second quarter on the Belt by the Bank scoreboard. Into that high post again, down right-hand side, this time into the hands of Nicholson. She's been hard to stop lately. Haley dribbles, sets it left. She'll kick it over to Kerr. Kerr pulls up from 5. That's no good. Teskey literally had someone on her back there with no whistle. didn't have the control of the ball, so I think that's probably why the whistle didn't blow.
Yeah, they're definitely let him play. She had one hand and maybe a half a finger kind of grabbing the ball, and the other one was crawling up her back, so I guess they were waiting to see who got possession.
As a football official, I just about threw my flag for pass interference, but I couldn't. I didn't bring it with me, so they're going to drive in on the left-hand side. Nicholson, good up and under. Boy, nice move there, not able to convert on it as the rebound comes down to Hovde, and we're going to have the travel and the turnover. We're going to go the other way.
Nicholson's just smooth under there. She just takes her time, and she'll wait for the defense to make a mistake, and she'll go up and under, or she'll do a nice little jump shot reverse.
It's a 1-point lead on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. Right now, that 1 point is in favor of the Lights, 18-17. We're at the 2:38 mark of quarter number 2. Murphy will hand it back to Maldonado. Emily, top of the key, wants to come left-hand side. Stead, she goes into the post, back out. Hazard sends it left. Maldonado. They just have not been allowed to get that open three-point shot. This time, Hovde will get with the over-the-back push. That'll be foul number 2 on Sydney. Not enough for shots, as that'll only be team foul number 3. As said, to get up off the bench is going to be Lily Hildebrand from Oroville, Washington. 5'10 senior.
Going to give Sydney a little break with those 2 fouls. She's done a good job on defense in there.
And working hard, as Maldonado will set the ball on the left-hand side. She'll get it down to Murphy. Quick whistle and a foul this time, as this one is going to be against Haley Nicholson. That'll be the first one on her. Only 6 team fouls for the game for MSU Northern. That'll be the 4th one here in the quarter. Of course, they reset at the end of each quarter. One of the things you and I'll talk about later when the guys are shooting free throws at the 8-minute mark.
Oh, yeah.
For an entire half.
Yeah. It changes the flow of the game a bit, Randy.
Murphy sends it right in the hands of Hazard. She drives in, kicks back. Maldonado, crossover dribble twice. Kicks in the left-hand side. This time it's going to be Cartwright. Cartwright loses the handle. Quickly, going the other direction. Gochi, she's got the ball left. Hands it off. Nice pass to a wide-open teammate. Easy bucket there on the Baby Bunny for Peyton Kerr. It's a big 20-17 lead for the Lights at the minute 48 mark. Coach Bill talked about it. You can't overlook anybody in the Frontier Conference.
Yeah, that was a nice fast break. One of the first ones we've seen of Northern.
Cartwright to Reed into the corner. Maldonado, she's trying to tie it up with this shot. Not going to happen. Murphy right there with the rebound. Sends it over the hands of Cartwright. She drives in. Splits 2 defenders. Feels the contact. No whistle. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Teskey. Molly Schmitz up off the bench again.
Boy, there was a lot of touching and contact on that drive in there, Randy. We'll have to see how they're going to let them continue that throughout the game or get a little sticker after the half.
Pemberton coming back in for Cartwright. So Cartwright is going over to the bench, getting a little bit of a breather. Minute 29 to go in the second quarter. It's still a 3-point Skylights lead on the Bell Valley Bank scoreboard. 2017 is what it says officially, as Gochi with the ball with a crossover dribble against Maldonado. Sends it in the high post to Nicholson. Deep underneath pass. It doesn't get much easier than that. Alex Goldhahn will be the recipient of that pass.
That was really nice back cut off the low wing position. Caught Kirsten just a little bit off guard.
Biggest lead of the game for the Skylights. It's by 5 now, 22-17. As the pass to Schmitz mishandled. She does collect it back up to Pemberton. Count it. Kirsten Pemberton doing what she does. That's her second 3 of the game, both coming in this quarter.
That should pull the defenders out a little bit and let the post go to work for the Argos under there a little bit.
22-20, Skylights by 2 on a very low scoring first half. As it's Gochi driving in, kicking it across the lane. Nice left-hand shot, but it rattles out. It's no good. We're going to have a whistle and a foul. This one's going to be on Teskey. The sophomore will pick up the personal. That is going to send Hildebrand to the line. Nope, they're going to say it was on the rebound, not on the shot. So they're going to bring the ball in underneath their own basket. 2.5-second difference between game clock and shot clock. They're going to drive baseline. They want to get this one up early. They'll send it top the key. Gochi, head fake, drives in with the left, throws it back over the top. Once again to the right-hand side to Nicholson. She puts the shot up. It's good. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Randy. She's just keeping them, just that little extra effort and that little extra shot. She's keeping them just ahead, just enough.
8 points in the game for her. 4 points of that is the difference. Last touch by the Skylights there as Maldonado jigged when she should have jagged. They're going to have 8.1 seconds to cut into this 4-point lead. 24-20 is the Skylights lead. Quarter number 2 as Maldonado crossover dribble goes strong to the rack with the right hand. Count it. It's good. First basket of the game by Maldonado, and the first half is in the books. It's going to be the Argos trailing by 2, 24-22. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with more after this 2-minute break on KNX 102.7 FM.
You've got the kids loaded up for practice and you're already running late. Suddenly.
Mom, we're gonna be late! I need a battery.
Don't despair. Battery Warehouse Man is here.
I can help you.
Battery Warehouse always does free charging system checks and installation on all vehicles with no appointment needed.
Thank you, Battery Warehouse Man.
Providing you with 40 years of knowledge and service. Remember, don't despair. Battery Warehouse Man is here.
Battery Warehouse off of 8th Avenue North and 12th Street.
Real pizza starts with real food. High-powered pizza. Tonight everybody's in the mood for Howard's Pizza. High-powered pizza. Dine in, take out, delivery. We do a little more. Just to make sure your pizza's hot. We bring the whole oven to your door. Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza. High-powered pizza. We bring the power of Howard's to you. Call Howard's Pizza now.
At Benefis Health System, we know you want to start feeling better now. Benefis has 2 conveniently located walk-in clinics dedicated to taking care of you exactly when you need it, so you can get back to taking care of what's most important to you. Visit our walk-in services at our Northwest Bypass or Benefis East Campus locations. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefis.org.
Vehicle problems are never a laughing matter. At Oxen Sun Towing and Recovery, they know this. Their 24-hour emergency service handles it all, from a simple lockout to towing and recovery, licensed, insured, and state certified. In your next time of need, lean on the strength and reliability of an Ox. Oxen Sun Towing and Recovery, 868-4...
And welcome back, basketball fans. As we get back to action, it is halftime here. As turn this music down just a little bit so I can hear what I'm doing. As it is halftime here, it's a 24-22 Skylights lead. As Sarge's got all sorts of fun stuff going out on the floor there. They invited a bunch of high schools. Got some kids out here going to play some games. It's going to be interesting to see what's about to happen in front of us.
It's always nice when they get the young kids here, get them involved, keep them interested in the sports. What a great way to pay for your education, getting a scholarship.
No doubt about that. So we take a look at some of the stats here at halftime. You know, one of the things that I always like to take a look at is rebounds, turnovers, shooting percentage. And right now, the Skylights are doing a great job holding their own as... Perfect. Tyler, how you doing? Good. Yep, perfect. We got a halftime person here to visit with the night sponsor, Farmers Union Insurance. So I'm just going to have you jump right in here real quick. Go ahead and grab the microphone. Step right up there. Go ahead and introduce yourself. You're live.
All right. Hey,
yep.
Hi, everybody. This is Tyler Casper.
And you guys are the night sponsor here for the games, right?
Yeah. We're a big sponsor for the Argos here in Great Falls. We're also our company, Montana Farmers Union Mutual Insurance Company, is based out of Great Falls, so we like to support the local communities that are here and be a part of all of it.
Absolutely. Stand up so I can talk to you here. I'm going to ask you some questions. So talk about some of the things that you do here with your insurance company. What are some of the products that you offer?
So we offer all sorts of insurance, but the main stuff that we do out of our Great Falls office is farm and ranch insurance, homeowners insurance, commercial insurance, and then we also offer auto insurance. So
wonderful.
All sorts of lines.
And if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, what do they need to do?
So one of the best things that you can do is actually reach out to our home office here in Great Falls, and we can get you directed to a local agent. We have 53 agents across the state of Montana, so we can find somebody that's closest to you to serve your needs and take
wonderful.
care of everybody.
So talk about your relationship with the University of Providence here. These guys here are really starting to become community-minded. Talk about some of the things that you're doing with the university.
Yeah, you know, they're really doing some great things. You know, it's just the whole rebranding has kind of been a great facelift for the whole program. It's caused a little bit of a spark, you know, in the community for everyone to kind of get behind them. They have several local kids on the team here in Great Falls and for the state of Montana. So that part is, great. Just showing support to the local schools and athletes that are across the state. That part's great. The list goes on.
The list goes on, absolutely, yeah. And it's great that we have good sponsors like you that help out here. And I believe your name's on the back of some of the shirts. I've seen some of the warm-up shirts with you guys on it. And so we certainly do appreciate your participation with the university.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
You bet. Anything you want to add that I didn't ask you?
Yeah, just one of the big things that we pride ourselves on is a Montana company is you work with a Montana company, Montana agents. All your insurance stays in Montana. It's not going across the country. It's not going to California or Texas or anywhere else. Montanans doing business with Montanans.
Yeah, absolutely. So get hold of your Farmers Union insurance agent here in Great Falls. Google them, look them up. They got your website and everything right there on the big wide web, right?
Yeah, yes they do.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate you stopping over. So we are at halftime here. Let's go ahead and step aside. Let's take another 3-minute timeout. We'll come back with more of our stats as you're listening to Argo Basketball on KNX 102.7 FM.
The Max Sports Bar and Casino is the place to be for happy hour from 5 to 8 every night of the week. 5 to 8, now that's a happy hour you can take advantage of. With multiple drink and appetizer specials, you are sure to find something that hits the spot. With 12 beers on tap, domestic drafts and well drinks are only $2. Select appetizers are under $4, and as always, 45-cent wings. Come to happy hour at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside Heritage Inn, Great Falls.
At Benefis Health System, we know you want to start feeling better now. Benefis has 2 conveniently located walk-in clinics dedicated to taking care of you exactly when you need it, so you can get back to taking care of what's most important to you as soon as possible. Visit our walk-in services at our Northwest Bypass or Benefis East Campus locations. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefis.org.
Great Falls College MSU, where it all begins. The new year is here, but it's never too early to start thinking about summer semester. Summer is a great time to start your education, work on prerequisite classes, or pick up credits you need for your degree at another school. Save time and money this summer with Great Falls College MSU and find out where it all begins. To learn more, visit gfcmsu.edu or call 268-3700.
Everyone wants to be confident, and when you're covered by life insurance, you can be, because you know those who matter most in your world are protected. Farm Bureau agent Randy Bogdan in Great Falls can make sure you have the coverage you need so you can live your life with confidence. So whether that means wearing your favorite socks with sandals or sporting that classic bow tie, you can rock it because you know you're prepared for the future. If you don't have life insurance in place, we can help. Call Farm Bureau agent Randy Bogdan in Great Falls today. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company.
Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. Tonight everybody's in the mood for Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. Dine in, take out delivery. We do a little more just to make sure your pizza's hot.
Hey Brian, how bad is the crowd noise back there?
Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. We bring the power of Howard to you. Call Howard's Pizza now.
AutoSlide is the new solution that automatically opens and closes sliding doors in your home. AutoSlide easily attaches to most existing, sliding door, perfect for your pets, the elderly, and physically challenged.
I think the AutoSlide is a really good solution for people with mobility issues, and also if they've got pets, it makes it easier for them. They don't have to keep getting up and down to open the door for the dog.
Call or visit Anderson Glass Doors and Windows today and discover the all-new AutoSlide system for yourself.
And welcome back as we get back to action here. It is halftime as it is a 24-22 Skylights lead. Sorry about that interruption. We were just getting ready to do stats and we had our special guest show up. I thought he was coming later in the halftime, but he came on over. They are the day sponsor here, the night sponsor here. Farmers Union Insurance, we sure do appreciate their support. As I was talking about, we talk about the turnovers, the rebounds, shooting percentages. Skylights are doing a nice job. They are controlling the tempo of the game and they're controlling the scoreboard.
Agree with you 100% there, Randy. As far as the pace early on, they had a real slow pace. You know, they were always almost lulling the Argos down to their pace a little bit. And then it seemed like that the Argos were moving the ball nicely in that against that zone defense to begin with, and they were popping, getting early shots. I think they shot 13 three-pointers and hit 4 of them, as a matter of fact, with Kirsten hitting a couple of them. But it seemed like later on the Argos just weren't moving that ball around quite as quickly. And then down for the Haber side, they were starting to go high-low. They were starting to go inside-out in some drives, and it was working for them.
You're absolutely right on that. Turnovers 9 for the Argos, 6 for Montana State University Northern there. Typically the Argos average 17 turnovers a game, so they're basically right on their average there. That's a lot of turnovers in a game, and I know that's something that Coach Bill talks about and works on all the time. Shooting percentages, you talked on that. Rebounds basically even. One of the problems, Parker Esrig did get into that foul trouble, had to spend a fair amount of that second quarter on the bench, and I think that had a big impact.
I think it was a huge impact. She is just so strong. I always like to see what kind of changes the coaches make, Randy, in this third quarter, coming out fresh, seeing what adjustments they make, and she's going to be part of that adjustment just by being on the floor.
So you take a look at the scoring, you talked about it. Kirsten Pemberton, she had 2 big threes, so that gives her 6 in the contest. She had a lot of help, just not a lot of points. Trista Murphy had 4. You had 3 by Kennedy Cartwright, 3 by Reed Hauser, 2 by Emily Maldonado, 2 by Ellie Teskey, and 2 by Parker Esri. As I take a look, not a single foul shot was taken.
No, that's a tough one. You know, it's been, like we were talking, a clean game. It got a little bit physical, and they started calling a few things late there in the second. But other than that, it has not been a real high-pressure game.
The 3 stars for MSU Northern remain the 3 on the scoreboard here. Haley Nicholson coming in with 8 points. Peyton Kerr, she's got 7 points. Sydney Hovde's got 5. She started to get tired in that second quarter, so they finally had to pull her out for a little while. Jessica Curl with 2, Alex Goldhahn with 2. The flip side of that, they've only shot 2 free throws where they're 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe.
Agreed, and once again, just like the Argos, no one's really in foul trouble per se. Hovde spent a little time on the bench with her 2 fouls, and she was getting a little winded, as you stated, but everyone's looking pretty good. I'll be real anxious to see what gets going on this third quarter here.
So we are at halftime. We got a chance to take one more timeout, so we're going to do just that. Let's take a 3-minute break. We'll come back with our second half action as you're listening to Argo Basketball on KNX 102.7 FM.
At Benefis Health System, we know you want to start feeling better now.
Hey, Brian.
Benefis has 2 conveniently
I'm here. How bad was the crowd noise? Was it bearable on your side, or was it really hard to understand?
So you can get back to taking care of what's
pretty much coming through loud and clear on your end. It was pretty, like, I could pretty much hear you.
At our
okay,
Northwest
so
Bypass
the crowd noise wasn't
Benefis
overtaking
East
us?
Campus locations.
Nope, not at all.
A tradition
okay,
of advanced care.
Perfect, thank you.
Learn more at benefis.org.
How much hotter and juicier is McDonald's new 100% fresh beef quarter pounder? Listen. Watch. 100% fresh beef cooked right when you order. The new, hotter, juicier quarter pounder burgers. So good, they'll leave you speechless.
What is it?
A frozen cold brew frappe.
So it's colder than cold brew?
Colder than a drafty igloo.
Colder than my stepson's handshake.
Yeah, I gotta get one of those.
New McCafe cold brew frozen drinks. They're colder than cold brew.
Get the taco combo at a Taco John's. Get full for $6. 3 crispy tacos, small potato oles, and a 20-ounce drink. Baby, that's what I say. I say a taco combo at a Taco John's. Get full for $6, yeah.
I gotta go.
Sometimes nature calls, and you may be working outside on a project or enjoying a concert. Rocky Mountain Portables is always there with the latest equipment and supplies to provide you with a clean, odor-free, and well-maintained portable restroom. Call Rocky Mountain Portables for your long-term projects, one-day jobs, events, and everything in between. Call 727-4155 today, because when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Hi, this is Greg from Access Fitness. It's back, 99 days, $99. That's $1 a day fitness that includes towel service, daycare, and classes from aerobics to Zumba, and introducing our new class, Eccentrics. We can be found on the website or at 715 13th Avenue South, or give us a call for more information at 727-8888. The 99-day special at at Access Fitness, helping you get back into the game of life.
You've got the kids loaded up for practice and you're already running late. Suddenly.
Mom, we're gonna be late! I need a battery.
Don't despair. Battery Warehouse Man is here.
I can help you.
Battery Warehouse always does free charging system checks and installation on all vehicles with no appointment needed.
Thank you, Battery Warehouse Man.
Providing you with 40 years of knowledge and service. Remember, don't despair. Battery Warehouse Man is here.
Battery Warehouse off of 8th Avenue North and 12th Street.
And thank you to all those good sponsors who continue to help us bring you basketball here in KNX 102.7 FM. Third quarter is about to start. The Argos going to find themselves down by 2 as they're going to come out here with Reed Hazard, Parker Esri, Kirsten Pemberton, Tristan Murphy, and Emily Maldonado. It looks like MSU Northern Skylights will come out here with Gochi Oslin, Alex Goldhahn, Haley Nicholson, Peyton Kerr, and Sydney Hovde, just like they started in the first half. Right now it's going to be G with the ball. She wants to drive in. She'll pull it back out. One of the things that you and I talked about, Robin, is the pace of the game, as the deep three-pointer is going to be short, but the rebound of the putback, that's not going to fall. Now we're going to have a quick whistle and a foul. Argos got to control the tempo.
Yeah, they really do. Northern was able to lull them into just a little bit of too slow of a pace earlier, and they've got to come out just getting ready to play. And like you said, don't worry about traveling, turnovers. Let's just play ball.
Tim Pemberton will pick up the personal. That'll be the first foul on her, first team foul here in this third quarter as G with the ball. Little one-hand push shot there. She'll get over to the right-hand side in the hands of Hovde. Down into the post is where they're going to want to go with this one in the hands of Nicholson. Nicholson had a good first half with 8 points. They'll send it right-hand side, rotate it through their teammates. As baseline is where G goes. Beautiful reverse layup. She's going to get the first points of the second half. Pushes it out to 26-22 lead.
Boy, she has a quick first step. If she has you beat, she has you beat, and there's no catching up.
Maldonado with the ball at the top of the key. She wants to do a crossover, spins in, kicks it back to left. Pemberton, deep pass to Parker. Parker's open, drives in. Instead of going up, kicks it out for the three. Hazard pulls the trigger. That one's long. Rebound comes down to Hovde. Hovde, yeah. As I'm not sure why Parker didn't go up with that shot.
Yeah, she was predetermined that she was going to kick it across court onto that weak side, but she had an open shot there.
Quick pass over the left-hand side from the left to the right. Alex Goldhahn will set it back into the right corner. Nicholson with the ball, drives in with the left hand, comes across the lane. Ball's going to be tipped around into the hands of Kerr. They'll send this one back up top of the key. Nicholson pulls up from 15. That comes up short as that one falls on the out-of-bound line, so we will have the turnover.
Yeah, she was a little bit off balance. Nicholson was on that shot. She was falling forward a little bit more than I think she felt comfortable with.
Good crowd on hand. Sarge worked with a lot of the local schools to get some of these kids in here. It's nice to see them here. They were having some fun at halftime. You got to enjoy that as they were out there doing some races. Parker sends it back to right inside. Pemberton, she pulls up from 3. Count it. It's good.
Beautiful inside-out pass. Love to see that from the high post out to Kirsten, and she's ready to pull the trigger.
That gives her her first trade, cuts the lead down to 1, 26-25 on the Bell Valley Bank scoreboard. It's a 1-point Skylights lead at the 8:00 minute mark as you are listening to the Benefice Game of the Week. As the ball's going to be in the hands of Nicholson, she'll work the right-hand side, sets it back. This time Goldhahn drives in, throws back. Into the hands of Nicholson again. Into the post, Hovde up against Parker, just flips this one up. Well, I'm not sure how she got that to drop, but she did for her 7th point.
I don't know either. That was just great. Parker had great defensive position on her, and she was just able to flip it over the top.
Maldonado loses the handle for a moment. She flips it up, doesn't get the same fortune as it's going to be in the hands of the Skylights. 28-25 is Northern's lead. Quickly, they come left. Nicholson goes back to the right-hand side. G with the ball, kicks it right elbow. Deep pass down. Hovde drives it with the left. Almost gets the hoop in the arm, but she will get a couple of free throws.
Yeah, they're isolating that with a wing and a post on that side, on Hovde's side. And boy, they're getting that entry pass because we're playing behind. The Argos are playing behind her, and she's able to get that ball up.
That'll be foul number 3 on Parker, and you can tell she is mad. As the first free throw is up, it is good. Schmitz comes onto the floor. Tristan comes out. Coach is elected to leave Parker on with that 3rd foul. As Parker, she's played with fouls before. She is a smart player. Second free throw is good as well. 3 out of 4 from the line for Sydney. She is the only one shooting from the charity stripe so far tonight.
She's the only one on both teams. Am I correct?
That is correct, yes. 30-25 is the Skylight lead as Pemberton works it down into the post. Parker turns around from 10, has her shot blocked, as everything's working right for the Skylights right now. Argos are struggling. G with the ball should come down the middle of the floor. It is a 5-point Skylight lead. 6:55 to go here in this third quarter on the Bell Bank scoreboard. Ball's being handled by Goldhahn. Tight defense, she'll kick it down. Hovde drives in, kicks out, looking for the screen. She'll get it. Nicholson pulls up from 15, throws it right. G with the ball, 6 to go on the shot clock. Little one-hand finger roll. That one goes up, and Parker tries to tip it to herself. Tips it a little too hard, goes out of bounds.
She just didn't quite get the full hand on it. That was too bad because she had perfect position on that rebound.
As they will set the ball into play with Goldhahn. New shot clock as the last possession is going to be tipped out. That one there is going to be Molly Schmitz hustling over there. She'll tip that one out as shot clock didn't move at all.
No, not
should have moved a second
tick,
at least, yeah.
Not even a tick.
So they'll bring this one in. It'll be on the left-hand side. Kerr with it drives across the baseline, or throw the key, excuse me. Rebound comes down, and it's going to be Hazard who wants to run with it. Reed comes down, throws it left. Maldonado squares up, was going to shoot instead, throws to Pemberton. She'll pull the trigger on 3. Count it. Pemberton with her 4th from outside the arc. That really helps, keeps them in the contest. It's 30-28 Skylights.
That's such a lift when you just need a little extra gun. She's there for you.
G with a spin move out about 40 feet. She'll bring it over the left-hand side with a little carry, kicks it back to the right-hand side. And she's cupping that ball pretty hard there. I'm surprised they haven't called that yet. As they'll work it over to Goldhahn, back to the left-hand side. This time Kerr pulls up from 3. That one's no good. Rebound comes down to Schmitz. And maybe we can get a little run going on the Argo sideline as Maldonado sets across the center court. Looking to go left-hand side to Pemberton. Pemberton's the hot shooter right now. She'll bring it to the right-hand side. She throws it over the hands of Reed. Deep pass to the high post. Schmitz has that one knocked out of her hands. Trying to feed it to Parker, just not able to control the offense.
They were looking for that high-low pass. It was slightly tipped, I think, on the pass in there. That was too bad.
Wide open 3 for the Skylights. You can't leave them that open. They can hit that. Goldhahn will bury that one, pushing it out 33-28.
I think we had a little bit of confusion on some changing on defense there. She was so open, Randy. I find it hard that Parker was supposed to guard her way out there, too.
Coach Himmelberg wants to take a break. Let's do it with him. It'll be a full timeout. We'll be back at 60 on KNX 102.7 FM.
Start your weekend early with live music at the Celtic Cowboy. It wouldn't be an Irish pub without music, and Thursday nights are the most Irish of all. Join us every Thursday from 5 to 8 p.m. to enjoy our live music session. If you're a musician, bring your instrument to join in, or simply sing along to all your pub favorites. If you'd rather just listen, order a pint and a bite and enjoy our constantly changing lineup of players. The Celtic Cowboy, downtown Great Falls, where the crack is grand.
Hotchkiss Seed is your professional seedsmen who know farming. We're excited about 2019. It's a good time of year to give us a call and we can help you make a plan for your farm's specific needs. Looks like spring wheat seed is probably going to be a little bit short this year, but we've got some great varieties for you going in. We're starting to see some early movement on the post market, so we'd love to talk with you about that. Give us a call, Hotchkiss Seed, your professional seedsmen who know farming. 466-5553. 466-5553.
As we get back to our third quarter action here, the Lights have pushed a 2-point lead out to 5. 33-28 is what it shows on the scoreboard. We talked about it, and the Lights are controlling the tempo.
They really are. I mean, the point spread has been very tight throughout the game. And then Pemberton's hit a couple threes to kind of lift the Argos a little bit. They just need to get a defensive stop and keep up.
So Maldonado will bring the ball down. She will get it to Kirsten as they'll work the left-hand corner. Maldonado wanting to feed into Parker. Parker's doing a nice job down there trying to get position, but I'll tell you what, that Hovde doing a great job on defense.
Yeah, she's staying just high enough on her. She can't get the ball.
Schmitz from 15. Nice turnaround on the high post there as Molly will get her first basket of the game. That cuts it down to a 33-30 Skylights lead.
They had a double on Parker there, and it left her wide open at the free throw line. What a great pass.
G with the ball to Dickelson. They're going to work in the left-hand corner with a deep shot by Kerr. That one's no good. Parker with a nice rebound. Hands it off to Maldonado as Emily will bring it across the timeline. She dribbles in, throws back out. Kirsten dribbles it out on the right-hand side. Deep pass to Molly. Just a little too much spin on that. Schmidt's not able to handle it.
Put a little extra onion on it. It looked really good. She had great position. I really like this pace that they're playing in now, Randy. The ball's moving from a lot of touches, different people, and it seems to be working for them.
Immediate timeout. We'll take it along with them. It'll be a full one. We'll be back in 60 here on KNX 102.7 FM.
The Max Sports Bar and Casino is the place to be for happy hour from 5 to 8 every night of the week. 5 to 8, now that's a happy hour you can take advantage of. With multiple drink and appetizer specials, you are sure to find something that hits the spot. With 12 beers on tap, domestic drafts and well drinks are only $2. Select appetizers are under $4, and as always, 45-cent wings. Come to happy hour at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside Heritage Inn, Great Falls.
How much hotter and juicier is McDonald's new 100% fresh beef quarter pounder? Listen. Watch. 100% fresh beef cooked right when you order. The new, hotter, juicier quarter pounder burgers. So good, they'll leave you speechless.
What is it?
A frozen cold brew frappe.
So it's colder than cold brew?
Colder than a drafty igloo.
Colder than my stepson's handshake.
Yeah, I gotta get one of those.
New McCafe cold brew frozen drinks. They're colder than cold brew.
And welcome back, basketball fans, on a special edition Tuesday night basketball here in Great Falls. As we got a doubleheader set up for you right now, it is the Skylights of MSU Northern up 33-30. They have the lead. They have the ball. 4:30 to go. Plenty of time here in this third quarter on the Bell by the Bank scoreboard. G with the ball. She'll bring it over the left-hand side to Nicholson. Haley travels in, hands it back in the hands of Kerr as they're going to work this one down baseline. Good hustle by Kennedy Cartwright down there, not able to steal it away, as coming onto the floor is going to be Saban Ko.
She got a good hand on that, knocked it out of bounds, prevented that nice post move the Skylights are trying to set up.
Tierra Gilman also came in that last dead ball, as G, I don't think she sat on the bench yet. She's been quite a bit here. Only has 2 points, but she is definitely a good ball handler. She splits a couple defenders there, has her pocket picked, and it's going to be Maldonado who wants to run. G catches up with her down in the corner there as Maldonado spins at about 18 feet, runs around and back on the top hand side. Cartwright drives in with a left, throws over the top. Schmitz sends it back. Pemberton goes in strong, comes back at the top of the key as they reset up the offense. Back to Pemberton. She'll stop and pop from 22. Count it. She is on fire with her 5th tray.
She is feeling it tonight, and they're looking for the minute that someone else gets double teamed, she is getting an open look.
They are all tied up for the first time in the second half as Murphy set to come in. G tied up with Pemberton there. Kirsten doing a nice job on defense. Maldonado against much higher Nicholson as they're going to rotate this one around the perimeter. 7 to go on the shot clock. A little give and go to Tierra. She finds the left side of the rim. Nice shot by her. That's her first basket of the game.
I'm not sure how she found the handle on that. It hit her about at the kneecaps, and she was able to pull it up and put it away.
Maldonado will send this one top of the key. Cartwright wants to go left. Stead comes back to the right, looking for the screen. Throws it over to Pemberton. This time they are going to work the left-hand side as they'll set it to Maldonado. Deep pass underneath. Schmitz throws it back out. Cartwright looking for the shot. Pemberton, 8 to go on the shot clock. She drives in right-hand side. They're doing a nice job closing out on her. She drives in, has it blocked. Cartwright for the wide open 3. Rattles it around, no good. One and done on that shot is going to be the Skylights coming out of the pack.
Nice recovery from Kirsten on that. She had her shot blocked and was able to get it outside for a 3-pointer.
Ko with a nice drive and the jump shot. She goes up. That is her first basket of the game for Saban. Maldonado down by 4, 37-33 for the Argos. They'll get it in the hands of Pemberton. She will work it around the perimeter over the left-hand side. Emily standing on the left elbow, wants to reset up the offense. 15 to go on the shot clock. Cartwright, she'll try from this angle. Count it. It's good.
The 3-pointers are starting to ring for the Argos now. That should help them and help their morale a little bit, get this pace going.
That's the second one for Kennedy, as Murphy set to still come in, as well as Hovde. She's set to come in next dead ball, as they're going to work this ball into the corner. This time it's going to be Ko who just got that deuce a moment ago. She'll dribble it out, sends it top of the key. Gochi, 7 to go on the shot clock. 15-footer, late whistle on that one, as they are going to get Kennedy Cartwright with a personal. That'd be the first on her.
Looked like a blocked shot. Of course, we're behind the shooter here, but yeah, it was a late whistle. The ball had hit the ground by the time they blew it.
Haley Nicholson will come up to the free throw line. She is the first one to shoot foul shots that is not named Hovde. and Hovde was going to come in for her. So she's going to miss the second one on purpose, just so she don't have to go out. 37-36, Skylights by 1. Minute 45 to go here in this third quarter on the Bellwether Bank scoreboard. Second free throw is up. It is no good. I doubt she missed on purpose. She just missed it is all. As it'll be Maldonado coming down trailing by 1. Deep pass to Murphy. Trista wasn't ready for that one. Tierra was, as Gillum steals that one away with a nice behind-the-back dribble.
There's a post that could play point in a pinch right there.
There you go. G with the ball, sends it over the right-hand side. They get in the hands of Goldhahn. Deep pass underneath. Cartwright, nice job on the recovery, able to tip that one out. Now there'll be an opportunity for Sydney to come back in.
Yeah, she broke up that play. It was a high-low slide by that post, and she got a hand on it just at the right time.
37-36. Minute 20 to go here in this third quarter. 10 to go on the shot clock. As it's going to be Goldhahn with the ball coming around the left-hand side. She spins around a couple defenders. Nobody goes with her. She hands off. Hovde misses a wide open layup there. We're going to say good defense on that, as Pemberton will come down on the right-hand side. 64 ticks to go. As Maldonado left-hand side, a little give and go, two-man game. Murphy, that one there I thought should have been a whistle, as it looked like they had a little bit of arm on that. As it's a scrum on the floor, the jump ball is going to point the arrow right.
Murphy was trying to go up strong with that. She had somebody on an elbow and somebody on a forearm on that one and just couldn't quite get it off.
As one of the officials talking to the coach, arrow points right, so it will stay here with the Argos. They reset the shot clock, as they're going to say possession had changed momentarily. So an opportunity for Nichols to come back in. And that's a question that is being asked over and over. Is the shot clock something we don't see in high school?
You know, as a high school coach with a couple kids that ended up playing at the next level, I sure would have liked to seen it.
There's some advantages, disadvantages. Maldonado drives in. Now we're going to get some free throws coming for the Argos sideline. Emily, 55 out of 71 on the season for 77.5%. And that will be foul. They got foul number 3 for Gochi. I just had her for 1, but they're going to say 3, so we'll go ahead and go with that.
That's what I had her for 2.
So the first free throw is good. It was such a bad foul they gave her 2 for, just that one alone. So it's all tied at 37 all. When we have clock problems here at the college level, it's usually the shot clock either being changed too quickly or not quickly enough, whatever. That's the fear when you look at the high school level, is having inexperienced people trying to run the shot clock.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the Argos down by 2 at half. They're up by 1. Can they hold it going into the fourth? We're about to find out, as G works the ball over the right-hand side. She'll get it to Saban, as they're going to work the corner to Tierra. Back to G. Top the key. We're going to come left. Saban with the ball. Spin pass across the lane. Deep three-point shot. Rattles that off the rim. No good. It's Kirsten. Pemberton with the rebound. She'll set it to Maldonado. Coach says last shot, as the shot clock is turned off. Well, it's about a half a second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's about 20 to go here in this third quarter. Argos would love to go into the fourth with a lead, as it's been a 3-point turnaround after they found themselves down by some big numbers for a while there.
Argos are having a low 1-4 spread. We're thinking that there's going to be a drive and a step through.
And Maldonado did just that, not able to convert. Gillum from half court. Whoa, that was close. We got 3 in the books. We got 1 more coming. It's a 38-37 Argo lead. We'll be back in 1 minute as you're listening to Argo Basketball on KNX 102.7 FM.
Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. Tonight everybody's in the mood for Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. Dine in, take out, delivery. We do a little more, just to make sure your pizza's hot. We bring the whole oven to your door. Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. We bring the power of Howard to you. Call Howard's Pizza now.
AutoSlide is the new solution that automatically opens and closes sliding doors in your home. AutoSlide easily attaches to most existing, yes, your existing sliding door. Perfect for your pets, the elderly, and physically challenged.
I think the AutoSlide is a really good solution for people with mobility issues, and also if they've got pets. It makes it easier for them. They don't have to keep getting up and down to open the door for the dog.
Call or visit Anderson Glass Doors and Windows today and discover the all-new AutoSlide system for yourself.
Absolutely. Give Brian or Jim a call down there. They would love to take care of you. And as we take a look at some of the things that happened in this quarter, The three-point shot is one of the things that you talked about. Kirsten had 3 of them, 9 points to add to the 6 that she had, or the 2 that she had in the first half. She's got 15 points right now.
Yeah, she's really done well with that, just setting herself up, waiting for teams to kick inside out to her, and she's just put it away.
On the other side, it's going to be Northern with the ball right now, trailing by 1. They went into the half up by 2. They're coming into the fourth, trailing by 1 on the Bell Bank scoreboard, as it's going to be G with the ball. She'll send it over to Gold. On over to Tierra, as that ball's going to be tipped around, stolen out of the hands of the Argos. Bill's trying to call a timeout, and they can't hear him. As the arrow, they're going to get it on the arrow possession.
The ref has kind of a sheepish look like, Bill, I heard you, but it was about a half a second too late.
Yeah, he was trying like crazy. They had possession for a moment. They do get to keep it off of the arrow, but it's Maldonado coming down on the right-hand side, 38-37 Argos. Emily sends it into the high post. Murphy turns around, kicks to Pemberton. She stops and pops. High arcing shot. That's back iron, no good. Tristan with a nice rebound, sends it back up to Emily. She'll pull the trigger from 3. That one's no good. Parker tips this one out. Couple good looks, just not able to convert on it. It's going to be back in the hands of the Skylights.
Kirsten was about an extra 3 steps behind the arc there on that shot.
This time it's going to be KO with the basket. She's got 2 more in the contest. Give her 4. Lead goes back to the Skylights. 39-38 MSU Northern. Emily Maldonado with the ball on the left-hand side. As she sends it into the high post. Murphy turns around from 15. That one comes up short. Follows her own shot up with the left-hand layup. Murphy. She hasn't scored in a while. Give her 6 in the game.
What a nice heads-up play. That was one of the basic rules growing up. Follow your shot. And boy, she really was able to convert on that.
Did a nice job as Gochi with the ball works the right-hand side. She'll kick it right, comes back. Tierra almost had it stolen. She flips this one underneath. Nice block from Murphy. They're going to say she got a little hand, and we've got an injured player on the floor. Parker Esri might have twisted an ankle when she came down, and the look on Coach Bill's face says it all right there.
Yeah, she had a little hop there. I don't think there was any type of a push or any type of bump there. She just stepped wrong on it when she came down.
So we're going to go ahead and step aside. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more on KNX 102.7 FM.
At Benefice Health System, we know you want to start feeling better now. Benefice has 2 conveniently located walk-in clinics dedicated to taking care of you exactly when you need it, so you can get back to taking care of what's most important. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefice.org.
Fort Benton, where the West was born. With so much history to see, you're going to need a break. Visit the Clubhouse, a delicious local hotspot where all the best games, drinks, and food come together in one comfortable, low-key sports bar. Sit back and...
Another late whistle on that one. Tristan with the turnaround shot. She'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, she had a nice turnaround jumper there from the high post. She was starting to look low, too. She had a low post cutter there that she could have hit, and I think her shot was probably the best choice of the 2 at the time.
And I think it's close enough that the officials are blowing it late to see if it goes in. They're going to let it roll. If not, we're going to go ahead and call the foul, as Tristan is good on the first one. Molly Schmitz will come back in. Ellie Teskey, after a few good minutes, will go over to the bench. And what I was about to say there, we'll see if the team comes together and they rally around Parker, or if missing their center is the other direction. So free throw number 2 is good as well. That pushes it out to a 2-point lead. 42-40 for the Argos. 8:11 to go here in fourth quarter regulation, as Gucci with the ball works over the right-hand side. Goldon gives it right back to her. Back to Alex. Back to Gucci. 2-person passing game right now, as they're going to send this over to the left-hand side. They're going to rotate it through the high post, down into the hands of Tierra. She turns out to the right hand, flips that one up, no good. A couple of Argos there to defend. They will come down with the rebound, and quickly. It's going to be Maldonado on the right-hand side. She'll come up, flip pass to Schmitz. She pulls up from 15. That one's no good. Gucci tips this one to herself in the corner. She chases it down, picks up her dribble, and they save the ball into the hands of Nichols.
I think we're going to see some zone defense here with the Parker being off the court right now, Randy. We'll have to take a peek here, but I'm guessing that's what they're doing.
Sabin with the ball. She sends it the right-hand side to Gucci. G will dribble it out, picks it back up, comes left. KO drives in with the right hand, throws it back out. Nicholson, quick pass to Tierra. Tierra, quick move down the baseline. Beautiful athletic move by Tierra. She goes up strong, gets her second basket of the game.
She is a strong player. She has very, very fast feet. It's amazing.
This time it's going to be Pemberton on the left-hand side as they'll send it into the high post. Schmitz, spin move there, needs to do something. 5 count is going as they'll send it up to Pemberton. Quick pass right-hand side. 42 all is down underneath. Schmitz, little up and under.
That's too bad. I was hoping that she was going to slide down from that high post, get the ball, and just go up with it there. She got a little bit excited and traveled on that one, so it's going to be the Lights ball.
As they will give it back, tied up at 42 all. Thanks for checking in, Wes. Glad you're enjoying the game. We got a tight one going on here on a Tuesday night game at 1 of 2. We have got the guys coming up in a little while here, as that should be a fun game as well. The guys much improved under Coach Steve Keller. They've been a lot of fun to watch and broadcast. Gucci with the ball, spins across the lane. Little up and under flip. That one's tipped around. Not sure how she missed that because that's one she's hit a couple times tonight already as Maldonado clears the pack. Emily over on the left-hand side, 42 all. 6:27 to go here in regulation. They'll send it into the corner. Cartwright, she pulls the trigger, hits the backboard. Just off by a little bit on that one, and it's G who wants to run with it. She'll come down. Quick pass over the right-hand side. This time Goldhahn sends it up in the high post. Down underneath. As it rattles and rolls, no good on that one. All of a sudden, the lid is on the basket for both teams.
Yeah, the Lights have had 2 great shots these last 2 possessions, and they have just spun in and out. Argos need to take advantage of that.
Maldonado will retake up the offense here. She'll hold the ball at the top of the key. Wants to do a crossover, a step back. She pulls from 18.5 on that one. Comes up short. As Goldhahn got to be careful. Threw a little elbow there trying to clear out some space. It worked. She got the space she was asking for.
The whistle didn't blow, so I guess advantage her.
It's all good. Gucci with the ball, sends over the right-hand side. Nicholson drives in. Strong move to the basket, rattles it in for 2 more. The lead is back over on the right-hand side. The right-hand side of the board would be the Skylights. As I'm not sure.
I believe the ref think that there was a timeout called and it was just a miscommunication there.
Miscommunication, and Coach Mowat was a little confused as well. So it's going to be Argos ball, trailing by 2 now. 5:28 to go here in this 4th quarter. 44-42. Reed Hazard back on the floor. She gets the ball on the right elbow down underneath Murphy. Quick pass up. Schmitz from 15. Little one-hand push shot. That's no good. Rebound comes down. Schmitz trying to track it down. No, excuse me, that was Cartwright going after it. And the ball will come out in the Skylights' favor. They'll hold it on the right elbow. Deep pass underneath into the hands of Hovde. Quick pass to the left this time. KO squares up, goes right-hand side, splits 2 defenders. Strong move with the basket. Boy, she's an athletic young lady. She can get up in the air, too.
And she floated up there once she got there for about 20 seconds.
Just seems to hang in the air as it's now a 4-point lead. As Maldonado, she'll pull up from 18. Back iron, that one's no good. Schmitz with the rebound, sends it to Reed. Work it over to Kennedy. Kennedy back to Reed. Hazard sends it left. Maldonado wants to feed it in. Instead, she'll bring it around the perimeter. Without having Parker in there, they kind of have that low post presence lost. As the errant pass is going to be picked off. They got a fast break coming down the other direction. Nice defense. Nice defense by Carter. As this one is going to go against Alex Goldhahn. That'll be 2 on her. And they're going to have immediate timeout. Let's do it along with them. It'll be a 60. We'll be back with more on KNX 102.7 FM.
Are you looking for a little more comfort in your life? Call the expert, your Carrier dealer. Carrier dealers are the authorities at getting peak performance from your heating and cooling system. So call your Carrier dealer first. He has ways of making you very comfortable. Carrier. Turn to the experts.
For over 30 years of commitment to Carrier, contact A.T. Clemens for a free estimate. 452-9541. Great Falls College MSU, where it all begins. The new year is here, but it's never too early to start thinking about summer semester. Summer is a great time to start your education, work on prerequisite classes, or pick up credits you need for your degree at another school. Save time and money this summer with Great Falls College MSU and find out where it all begins. To learn more, visit gfcmsu.edu or call 268-3700.
As we got action about to kick off here again, we've got the guys game coming up here in just a little while. We'd like to invite you to stay tuned for that. Right now it's the ladies on the floor, and it's the Lady Argos that trail 46-42, 4:25 to go as the charge that was called against, well, against Alex Goldhahn. That would be her second. University of Providence with the ball. Maldonado drives in with a left hand flip shot. That one's no good. As we are going to have a whistle on the foul, it's going to be going the other direction on the push-off. So that will be number 3 on Tristan Murphy. Still just 2 team fouls apiece, so we're not really in the threat of going to the free throw line. But
yes, the game's been that way, it seems like, the whole night, that's for sure.
G trying to do a little give and go there. Instead, she'll send it back to the left-hand side to Nicholson, who will hand it back to Gochi. Gochi from Turkey works the right-hand side. She'll hand it to Nicholson. She drives in strong. I'm going to say she took an extra step.
Yeah, she just took that on that spin move, just that half extra step rather than a jump stop and doing it.
Maldonado with the ball over the right-hand side. Actually, she's going to send her up the floor. She'll now bring it to the right-hand side to Pemberton. Quick pass down to Schmitz. Spin pass top of the lane to Hazard. Reed crosses over between the legs, sends back to Kirsten as they trail by 4, 46-42. And kind of a cheap foul there is on the reach. It's going to be Alex Goldhahn. Just caught herself leaning and not able to stop herself. Picked up the contact. Cartwright will come back in as Hazard will go out. So that'd be 3 team fouls on the lights. Non-shooting affair. But I think Alex wishes she could have that one back. As Maldonado, top of the key, looking for the screen. She'll get it from Murphy. She steps out, shoots from about 18. And now we're going to have a quick whistle. And I think Cartwright on the reach in. No, they got Murphy with her 4th foul. Murphy with her 4th foul. That's a dangerous one there at 3:27 to go. 46-42. It's the Skylights by 4. 3:23 to go here in the 4th quarter on the Bell by the Bank scoreboard. As it's going to be the Skylights draw on baseline. They'll send it back to the right-hand side. Nicholson picks up her dribble, wants to work the right-hand side, goes deep down. And they're going to say Schmitz over the top. She's going to get hit with the push, and that'll be foul number 2 on the freshman from Great Falls High.
They're really trying to isolate Humpty in there with her since Parker's out. It really is a mismatch in there.
Now we're getting a little bit closer to free throws. As Tristan had a little bit of arm there, they didn't call it that time.
Nope.
As deep pass, Sydney, she's going to get 2 more. That gives her 11 in the game. Maldonado almost loses that one out of bounds. Fortunate to be able to pick it back up. It's a 6-point difference. As Cartwright will bring it over the right-hand side, hands it off from Pemberton. Back to Emily. Deep into the high post. Tristan. Spin move back out. Emily drives in, pulls up from 15. Count it. It's good. They needed that.
Had a look of relief on her face when that finally went in for her. That'll give her a little perk of confidence there.
Now a couple of defensive stops, and we can get right back into this one here as Gochi with the ball works it over the right-hand side. Deep pass underneath. Their go-to as Molly. Nice defensive block. Just strips that one away from her. Fortunate no whistle on that one as Maldonado comes out of the pack. 48-44, Skylights by 4. 2:18 to go here, and turn around from Tristan. Soft shooter's touch over the rim. She's got 2 more. They're going to take a break. Let's do it with them. It'll be a 30. So we'll be back in a half minute here on KNX 102.7 FM.
Hi, this is Greg from Access Fitness. It's back. 99 days, $99. That's $1 a day fitness that includes towel service, daycare, and classes from aerobics to Zumba, and introducing our new class, Eccentrics. We can be found on the website or at 715 13th Avenue South, or give us a call for more information at 727-8888. The 99-day special at Access Fitness, helping you get back into the game of life.
As we get to action, back to action here on a Tuesday night, and that's something that's good to see. Parker Esri coming out of the locker room, walking normally. Yes, she's got a slight limp, but she's walking normally. Looks like there's a little extra tape on that ankle, though. That's good to see.
That is very good to see. Has a little bit of a grimace on her face, but I'm sure she's fighting through it here.
Be interesting to see if they try to bring her back in to try and keep it loose, or if she is done for the night. We will let you know what we find out. Right now it's a 2-point difference. Skylights up by 2. Now make that 4. Beautiful entry pass down to Sydney. She took that one right down to the rack and got another one.
Yeah, that was another one of those high posts slide down to low, and she is wide open on those.
They're going to do their own with Tristan Murphy. Her turnaround's going to be waved off. They're going to say she was fouled before she took the shot. And that'll be foul number 3 on Sydney. That is her 3rd. So Argo's going to get the ball underneath their own basket. 50-46 is what the Skylights lead is. Into the hands of Maldonado, and Gochi will pick up the push foul. That'll be 4 on G, as she just kind of running up there trying to get up on tight, gave a little too much oomph at the end of that. That'll put us in the bonus.
That could be very beneficial now for the Argos. You know, with them hitting, what, 24 of their 46 points just on three-pointers, it'd be nice to see some of the short jumpers and the free throws go in.
Maldonado is 58 for 74 from the free throw line on the season, a 77.5% free throw shooter. The Argos shoot 71.8%. Maldonado has hit all 4 of hers tonight, counting that one. It's all tied up, or it should be. Or was there a 4-point difference before?
Yeah, it was 4 with 48-50.
All right, so now it's a 2-point game, 50-48. I'm losing track here on the Tuesday night. As a minute 35 to go, like I said, one more good defensive stop, and the Argos get a chance to tie this one back up. Little give and go. That one's going to be stolen away by Murphy. Nice hands in there. She'll hand it off to Maldonado. Emily will bring it down. Minute 22 to go here in this regulation. 50-48. Skylights up by 2. Emily. Crossover dribble. Wants to take her girl all the way down. Tries to thread it down there. Not able to do it. Defense too quick.
They were trying that 1-4 set again, and I would have liked to seen her just go right to the rack with it and then dish it the last minute.
Coach Molt wants to hold it up a little bit here. Gochi says, no, we're going right to the rack, as they're going to fumble that one out of bounds, but they're going to do it off of the leg of Pipperton. So the Skylights will keep it here. A chance for them to substitute in Peyton Kerr.
That was nice defense, Randy. That was right into Hubdy, and she's been very, very proficient in scoring down there.
As they will bring the ball in underneath their own basket, the Skylights with 15 to go on the shot clock. As you know, they want to use as much of this clock as possible. 2-point game here. This is how they lost the LC game, both teams. As the extra step is going to create the turnover travel, it's going to go back to University of Providence.
You know it's tough on that when you're trying to hold the ball. The girls want to get going on it and such, and you're trying to do the right thing, and often it happens. They take that first step before the ball gets put down.
And Coach wants to call a timeout. They weren't listening to him. He wants to call it and advance it. He's able to do it. Let's do it with him. It'll be a full break. We'll be back in, they're doing a 30, excuse me. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KNX 102.7 FM.
At Benefice Health System, we know you want to start feeling better now. Benefice has 2 conveniently located walk-in clinics dedicated to taking care of you exactly when you need it, so you can get back to taking care of what's most important to you as soon as possible. Visit our walk-in services at our Northwest Bypass or Benefice East Campus locations. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefice.org.
50.5 seconds to go in regulation. It's a 2-point game. Argos have 2 timeouts. Skylights have 2 timeouts. Argos got to get it in. They do to Maldonado. She'll step back. Full shot clock here. 50-48. 2-point difference. Maldonado on the right-hand side. Comes back to left. Little crossover. Throws up. Count it. Emily Maldonado with the basket. And we've got a whistle. Stoppage of play. They're getting close now, so the officials want to come over and get their dinner order put in, because now's the time that you call it in, so it's still hot, but they don't have to wait very long. So I'm not 100% sure what the...
I'm guessing it's a warning, maybe, Randy?
Well, no, they reset the clock.
Did they reset?
They reset the clock
okay.
up to 47.1. So apparently it continued to run after the made shot, and it shouldn't have, so they did a nice job catching that. And that makes quite a difference, because that was a 14-second difference.
Absolutely.
Really could have determined something. Coach with the ball on the right-hand side. She'll hand it over into the hands of Nicholson. Nicholson drives in. Ball stolen away. Nice job. Cartwright over there plucks that one out. You know, Coach Mowat right now is just sweating, because this is exactly what happened the other night against LC. Of course, Coach Bill's in the same boat. Shot clock and game clock, he got about a 3-second differential. So Emily Maldonado, watching Coach Bill, determining what they're doing. It's all tied up at 50 all. Gochi trying to defend. Going to do a little one-on-one action. She crosses her over, spins through the lane, counts it, it's good. Maldonado putting them on her shoulder, saying, I'm taking it to the rack, and she did.
That was a wonderful drive. She was very patient, and the post came up to defend, and she was able to scoop up and under her. Skylights have to be a little bit nervous too, because the Argos are in the bonus as far as any more fouls, and the Argos, as long as they don't foul, the Skylights are not going to the line.
Absolutely. We're going to keep it right here. They just took a 30-second timeout. Coach Mowat's going to do the same thing. He's going to advance the ball. We're not going anywhere. 8.8 seconds to go. We're going to keep it right here. Absolutely back and forth. We thought this would be a tight contest. We thought that these teams were evenly matched. Frontier Conference, crosstown type of game here with this type of rivalry. You can throw records out. You can throw all that out. Both these teams need a win, though. This W is very important to both of them to keep their season intact, keep it going. Absolutely, and the Argos are doing it without their Parker, their post player. You know, I give them credit. There's a lot of guts and courage going on there. Good to see Parker back out here. She doesn't look real happy sitting on the bench. I know she wants to be on the floor, but she is out here. That's what's important. As they get ready to bring this one back out, Sarge getting the crowd all wound up, get some energy in the building. Hopefully we can channel that and put it down on the floor to help on defense. No kidding. The Argos are looking like they're ready to defend, and one stop, Randy, that would make all the difference right here. Absolutely. One turnover, one steal, one missed shot, and a rebound, and they can put this one to bed. Right now it's going to be the Skylights kicking it into the corner. It'll be into the hands of... Oh, she stepped on the sideline there. In the hands of Kerr, and that's the turnover that we were looking for. And Coach Himmelberg will call his final timeout. Although it still shows him with 2, I don't think that's the case, because he had 2 the last time he called a timeout, I think. Unless they had switched it before I looked up there, which is possible. That could be. Because I'm not keeping track of the timeout. So he's going to keep it on his side, so they will advance the ball. Very smart, 7.2 seconds to go. And you know what's going to happen? It's going to be an immediate foul. So we take a look at some of the foul shooters here. You got Emily Maldonado that shoots 77.5. Ellie Teskey, 77.8. Molly Schmitz shoots 73. Reed Hazard shoots 94%, 16 out of 17. She has not been to the line, whereas Emily has been there tonight. Kennedy Cartwright shooting 66%. Parker Esri on the bench. So it'll be interesting to see who they try to get it to. And Tristan and Emily are the only 2 that have shot free throws tonight. So they will get this one in to Emily Maldonado, who is immediately fouled. And that one is going to go against Kao. That'll be the first one on Saban. So Maldonado will go to the charity stripe. Would love to have 2, but certainly need 1. 1 would be the clincher for sure, and then they just have to keep their hands clean and not foul. Make it a full possession as Emily Maldonado steps to the line, and she buries the first one. Gives her 13 points in the game. I'll tell you, we've got a tough decision to make between our Taco John's player of the game. Right now, Emily Maldonado, but Kirsten Pemberton, those threes came at a very, very important time. We're back and forth on these. Maldonado will step up, and she will hit 2 of them. That doesn't put it out of reach, but it certainly makes it a little bit harder. Coach Moat's going to call a timeout. Certainly he's going to advance it, and now he's drawing up a 4-point play. Sure he is. He's going to have to get the ball outside, and I'm sure Coach Himmelberg is just preaching and preaching over there saying, keep your hands clean, no fouls, girls, no fouls. And right now what we're doing is we're going over to the guys' team, and we're pulling a couple 7-footers in, and they're going to guard the out-of-bounds pass, because Coach Moat is out of timeouts. And then we're going to put another 7-footer underneath the basket. Yeah, you know, at this point, that's exactly what you need to do. You need to stop the inlet pass the best you can, and then you need to just pester them, but don't foul them. No fouling is exactly what he's saying over there. I don't see them subbing any additional players, them being Northern, as far as any extra 3-point shooters in either. So 6.3 seconds to go. They get it in. The 3-point shot is up. It's rattling around, no good. Rebound comes down. It's going to be in the hands of Schmitz. And we're going to make the long walk down. We're 90 feet away from sealing this one, as Molly Schmitz will get a couple of free throws. She can hit the first one and then just automatically miss the second one, and we are good to go. Peyton Kerr will pick up her first personal, as the Argos will all stay back here. Molly positioned herself just perfectly. She knew that if it was a miss, chances are it was coming on the far side of the rim. That pushes it out to a 5-point game. Doesn't matter if she makes it or misses. Doesn't matter. This game is going to be over at 7/10. There's just not enough time left as she hits both of them. So the final score is the only thing in doubt. As half-court shot is no good, and it is a final. The Lady Argos 56, MSU Northern 50. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back with our coach and our player of the game as you're listening to Argo Basketball on KNX 102.7 FM.
AutoSlide is the new solution that automatically opens and closes sliding doors in your home. AutoSlide easily attaches to most existing, yes, your existing sliding door. Perfect for your pets, the elderly, and physically challenged.
I think the AutoSlide is a really good solution for people with mobility issues, and also if they've got pets, it makes it easier for them. They don't have to keep getting up and down to open the door for the dog.
Call or visit Anderson Glass Doors and Windows today and discover the all-new AutoSlide system for yourself.
Everyone wants to be confident, and when you're covered by life insurance, you can be, because you know those who matter most in your world are protected. Farm Bureau agent Randy Bogdan in Great Falls can make sure you have the coverage you need so you can live your life with confidence. So whether that means wearing your favorite socks with sandals or sporting that classic bow tie, you can rock it because you know you're prepared for the future. If you don't have life insurance in place, we can help. Call Farm Bureau agent Randy Bogdan in Great Falls today. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company.
It is the final here on a Tuesday night, 56-50, and we've got our player of the game. Kirsten, congratulations. Some big three-pointers that you hit there that really kind of turned the tide and got you guys back into the momentum.
Yeah, this week was a lot focusing on my shot. Coach Bill has faith in me that I can make those, and tonight I knocked them down for him.
Now, one of the things that you've done is you've had to step into a starting role, and you've got your arms around that, and you've really taken advantage of that. Talk about some of the things you do as being one of the points on the floor now.
I mean, I'm glad I'm out there, and it's really fun. We've got a lot of girls stepping up to refill Jenna. That's a big person to fill.
Now, Jenna's back home watching and listening, so you can tell her
is.
hello. So
shout out to you, Jenna.
Absolutely. So some of those shots in there in the working the inside-out game wasn't working. So talk about the leadership role that you took when you took over by shooting those.
We needed some shots at some point, so if I'm open a little bit, it's going to go up, I guess.
All right, well, congratulations, Doug. I'll let you get into the locker room there. Halftime player of the game, so we'll give you a little coupon there for
Perfect,
some tacos. So congratulations. Congratulations, Coach Bill. I'll tell you what, if you weren't sweating over there, I was sweating over here for you. That was a tight one.
Yeah, Northern's a really good team. Yes. I think Coach Moa does a great job at having his kids prepared. We're lucky they missed a few shots tonight because we didn't do everything we wanted to do, but I'm sure a lot of that was because of them.
Yes. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. How's Parker?
I have no idea. So I'm hoping she'll be all right, and we'll go in and look at her. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. I'm hoping it's not.
I was tickled to see her walking out on her own power. Didn't look like she had a limp, so that was good. Did you see her come out?
I did not, so I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, she came out, sat on the end of the bench there. She did have an ice pack, but it didn't look like she was limping. She looked like she was irritated to be on the bench.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Absolutely. So, you know, the inside game, it was tough. They were doing a nice job on that, but your outside game really stepped up. Talk about that.
Well, and the girls have gotten in the gym and shot a lot. We know our kids can shoot it. We needed them to step up and make some shots. I'm glad they made them in the second half. Thought Northern did a great job defending us. They had a great game plan and made it hard on us. I mean, you know, we're lucky to get this win tonight.
And how about those free throws by Emily Maldonado?
You know, Emma's struggling shooting the basketball and was having a little bit of a tough time, and I kept going to her. We're going to go to her. She's going to miss some, and then she made a layup. She got to the foul line, made one, and then she makes that shot to put us up there and then ices the game. I expect nothing less of her. She's a great player, and we're going to let her go, and she's got to carry us sometimes. And she was able to do that tonight. I'm really proud of her.
One of the things that I noticed is that MSU Northern was really controlling the tempo, which was creating havoc for you guys. When the girls were able to run, they were able to put some points on the board. Talk about your young guards here, how they were able to keep stepping up and fighting that tendency to get in that half-court set.
Yeah, I thought it was a good call by our assistant coaches. We switched to our one defense, which is our matchup zone, and we got a little bit more tempo. They talked me into doing that, said they thought it could give us some offensive tempo. I was hesitant to switch off man because I thought we were defending pretty well. But when we switched to that, I think that changed the game. I really do. I think we started to run out of it. I thought we got the tempo up where we needed it to be, cut the lead down, and we were able to move it and rebound better out of that than we did out of man.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, no nights off. 2 nights we're going to be down at Montana Tech. Let's talk about that. What are you expecting to see down in Butte?
You know, it's going to be a battle down there. Every night's a battle in the Frontier, but Tech is good, and you know, they got a lot of young players. They're going to be hungry for a win if they didn't get one tonight, and they may have got one tonight. I don't know. Or Well, no, they couldn't have got one tonight. I don't think they're playing
I don't
tonight.
think they're playing tonight.
So
no.
they're going to be hungry for a victory.
Yeah, they
so,
play you Thursday, and then they're Saturday. They're up
so they had all week to prepare for us. We play tonight. We're going to be a little tired. They're going to be ready to go. So it's going to be a battle.
All right. Well, good luck, Coach. We'll be rooting for you here in Great Falls.
Thanks, Randy.
All right. It is a final here, 56-50. And I'll tell you what, Robin. Take a look at some of the stats here. That was a game that wasn't pretty, but it's a W.
Yeah, it was. It really had its peaks and valleys. You could feel it ebb and flow back and forth. And what Coach Himmelberg was talking about is when Parker went out of the game and when they went to that zone.